Hello there, Coach Tina here. Guess what today is? It is the 7th of July, 7 7. And in Ula world, this is known as International Ula Day. This is when all over the world people celebrate living the Ula framework. And the Ula lifestyle is amazing. I know you've heard me talk about it. I am a certified Ula life coach. I am an Ula ambassador for the new app that is launching today on your computer. You use the sister part of it on your cell phone, and it is an amazing tool. Ula itself is just something that I have been involved with since 2017 when I read a book about them. And I changed my thinking, my mindset, what I was going to do in my future, all because of the 7F framework and the way that Ula allows you to balance, to grow, and to live a life of purpose. And it really resonated with me. In fact, the whole "you were designed by God for greatness and a purpose" completely comes from the part of the book. When I read that, it just went, yes. My soul said, "You are designed for greatness and a purpose." And it's true. And so I celebrate today with all of my fellow Ula friends. There are over 1 million Ula followers. And if you want to know more, obviously get with me and let me tell you more about it. But it is a special day. And I'm hosting a 7F challenge today. Now, I don't always talk about Ula in my group. I use Ula. I recommend Ula. I use principles of Ula. I also have a lot of other tools in my toolbox, but Ula is one of my go-tos. So I have another site just for people following the Ula lifestyle, and it is a group called Ula OK, because when you love the life you live, that's Ula. Okay. And if you head over there, today I will be doing live challenges throughout the day. And if you post during a live or during a replay or answer one of the challenges, you will get tickets for a drawing that will be held this weekend. So that gives you a few extra days to react to the posts. But basically, we're covering each of the 7Fs throughout the day. So I'll tell you more about it as things progress. But I wanted to talk a little bit about sevens, okay? So I think I've told you guys that I was a math teacher in the past. And I was a math teacher because I was good in math in middle school. And that translated to being good in math in high school and then in college and then in life, right? And it isn't that I love math, like I'm not afraid of math. Math has been good to me. And what happened was I loved patterns. I love numbers and I love patterns. And that made for someone who was a problem solver. Like I like to get in there and figure out how it all worked. Well, along the lines, I met numerology, which is a study of numbers. And, I was a little bit freaked out. I am a Christian, and what am I doing? Am I in a realm that I shouldn't be in? And I have a practice where I ask the Bible for guidance, and I opened up my Bible, and what would God give me on that day? A passage in numerology, and in numbers. And I went, okay, so numbers, Deuteronomy are all parts of this study of numbers, which if you know anything, there's also the study of gematria, I think is what they call it. And that is that when the ancient scribes transcribed the Bible, the Hebrew words were all numbers. And they actually would calculate the numbers of the lines and make sure that their number matched the translation they were doing. That's how they caught their errors. So numbers in the Bible are very important. And that's why numbers within the Bible are so important, like the number 40 and so on. And so there's a language in numbers, and it attracted me and I started studying it. And now it's kind of funny. I see those patterns. There are letters in the alphabet relate to numbers, and like people's names and people's birth numbers, like when you add up the numbers of your birthday, it all relates to something. So it's fascinating to me. all that aside, when I met Ula talks about the number 3 and the number 7. Everything they do, they do threes and sevens, everything's in there. Well, when I got introduced to them, I was into my numbers and I worked up some Ula numbers. Like I took the word Ula and what number is that and different things like that. Well, a lot of the numbers were sevens. A lot of them had relationship with threes. And I thought they did it on purpose. So my very first meeting with Dave, um, when you meet with Dr. Dave as a life coach, you have a session with him. And I was so excited. I was going to get to meet him and I was going to talk to him and I was going to share about what a great coach I was going to be. And I had all these expectations and filled my mind with these great conversations I was going to have with him. Instead, I got nervous and I started talking about, so did you use numerology when you guys set up Ula? And I think he thought I was a little bit of a freak. He went, no one's ever discussed that with us before. And they didn't know that the numbers were related. So I thought that was funny, but that actually happens a lot. Like those of us that have our favorite number, we don't understand that a lot of times, like when someone tells me their favorite number, it's in their name, it's in their birthday. There's a reason why all that happens. It's a pattern. Pythagoras set up this whole thing about numbers having meaning. And so the number 7, this is where I was trying to get with this, is wholeness, completeness. It's a very spiritual connection to yourself, to a higher power. And what a wonderful number for Ula to be related with. And 3 is another one of my favorites. It's creativity. And the number 3 is about problem solving. And, that's, to me, that's life problem solving. It happens. So it's one of the reasons why I love the Ula guys so much and the program that they have. But I wanted to show you guys something. So when we started out as life coaching, things were different. Like we didn't have a lot of rules. There was just a bunch of us and it was exciting. And there was all this information and we just had to do whatever we could with it. Well, one of the things I wanted to do was to remember the F's, right? Like it was hard at first. Like, what are the 7 F's? And so teacher mind, logical, I put them in alphabetical order. And that's how I memorized them. Didn't think anything of it until we had a monthly session, which the guys talk to us every month. And somebody asked the question about, does the order of the F's matter? And they said, yes, this is how we want you to memorize this. And I already had memorized it my way. And it has been a brain twist for me to remember both because I put myself in this pattern of remembering. And to me, it was very special. And I want to show you guys why. It's got to do with patterns, not really numbers, but it has to do with the 7 F's, which, by the way, the letter F is a 6. And a 6 is a healing. And I love that all of our F's are about healing a certain aspect of your life. So let me share my screen. And okay, perfect. So you can see the 7 F's the Ula way. This is how they're presented in our books. This is how we talk about them whenever we present them. And usually it's how the majority of the population has their problems. Most of us start out wanting to have a fitness goal. We have something about our body that's bothering us and we go there. Then we tend to get more into the details, the money, the icky stuff, how we're struggling with the discipline or bringing in that kind of financial energy. And then there's the family issues. We all cherish our relationships and we want better relationships. And so it's a thing. And then field, if you're not familiar with field, that's our career or our passion. One of my favorite areas, of course. And then we have faith, which is the faith, the friends, and the fun are all components that most life coaching programs don't delve into. And I love that Ula does it because that's truly where we get our balance. When we have a higher power that we reach out to, that we believe in, that we can rest on, it changes things. And then when we incorporate our friendships, the people we hang around with, not having toxicity in our life, that changes things as well. And then fun. When I started scheduling fun in my life, what a difference. So that's the way we're supposed to know the F's. Watch. I am going to blow your mind with how I did it. I did it. and there's a mistake in here. I did it alphabetically. So faith is what should have started this off. Then family, field, finance, fitness, friends, and fun. Why wouldn't a teacher do it that way, right? I put them in alphabetical order and I said, this is the way that I'm going to remember them. Now, I fixed it. I didn't fix it on the former slide. Here's my problem. I wanted to identify them differently. However, when you go to put something in alphabetical order, right, you notice that just like when we did the states, there was already FAs, that we had two of them. We had three FIs, and we had the FR and the FU. So I thought, well, that's kind of awkward. How am I going to remember this? So I'm going to go to the third set of numbers. So the I, the M, the E, the N, the T, the R, and the U. Do you see anything there that's interesting? I saw it immediately. If you shift those two boxes and put them together, do you see what that says? IMENTRU. I mentor you. How cool is that? I mentor you. I am a life coach and I mentor you. And I do it through the 7F framework. And I love what I do. I love my life. I love this process. And I want to help you. So please give me a chance. Let me know how I can help you in your endeavors, how I can hopefully change your life for the better by being a part of your journey and helping you to transform into the best version of you possible. Because you, my friend, are designed for greatness and a purpose. And I want to help you learn about your greatness, grow that greatness, and share that greatness with others so that you can impact the world. Let's do this, okay? Get in contact with me. Take care.